next fight takes place in the women's divisions at 115 pounds. I believe, yep, 3 3-minute rounds at 115 between Alejandra Guarin and Alyssa Vargas.
Our first female fight of the card.
One other mention from some previous experience here calling Empire shows, these female fighters bring the action. There is no hesitation or delay. It's all firepower.
You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Now you're a big female fight fan, correct?
Yeah. I love both equally. I'm a big fan of
big fight fan.
Any gender. I'm a big fan of fights, baby.
Oh, I love it.
Couple fights that did not materialize on tonight's card. We had Michelle Casamayor. Mickey was telling you about her earlier. Would have loved to see her appear here tonight in Medellin. Same with Jason Bayona. He was originally slated to take on Juan Trujillo. Juan remains. Jason unfortunately had to pull out, but
I believe there was also supposed to be a fight between I believe first name was Ada, A-D-A. She's from Brazil. Fighting a Venezuelan that was towards the top of the card. Fell off recently. Yeah, is that it right there?
I think we found Ada Leticia a new opponent in Katushka Ledesma.
So it's back on.
That one's back on. I think she was supposed to fight Michelle Casamayor.
Okay.
And no.
Earlier this week, that fight was scrapped.
Interesting.
But yeah, we'll see.
Let me check the official fight card.
That's a good idea. Good idea, my friend.
From the promotion.
Over here getting to see again the beautiful mountains.
Yo soy Alison Vargas, alias Alimente, representando a Cima Jiu-Jitsu de Funza, Cundinamarca. Estoy muy emocionada, estoy muy a la expectativa porque sé que es una mujer fuerte, es una oponente preparada tanto de pie como en el suelo. Me veo ganando por finalización en el primer round. Quiero enfrentarme con las mejores en mi categoría y quiero demostrar que soy la mejor. Sin embargo, pues nada, que lo demos todo, que no nos quedemos con nada y apoyemos las artes marciales femeninas.
Speaking of the hair, you know, it's been said that I have the best hair in MMA. Meanwhile, I'm sitting next to you. You look like you got like Disney star hair over here, brother. I don't think I might have the best hair in the UFC. I don't think I have the best hair in this booth.
I hate to show you up in this fashion in the department, but I do. I spent a lot of work upstairs.
Guy's got some hair on him. Guy's got some locks.
It's all in the gel. The second that this gets too humid or too hydrated, it just poofs out everywhere. It's a fro.
Ah, well, it's working for you, buddy.
Here is Alison Vargas, undefeated at 2-0. Her last fight was February of this year. She won a unanimous decision over Juliana Otelara, who competed a month later at our Empire MMA 4 card. And let me tell you something, Juliana Otelara is not an easy customer. So to beat her truly means something.
How's my mic sounding? Am I sounding a little tinny to you? I sound a little tinny to myself over here. Sounds okay?
You sound good to me.
Everything sounds good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Here's our Burger King tail of the tape. Representing Funza is Alison Vargas, 3-0, 26 years young, standing at 1.56 meters, representing Cima BJJ, or Cima. Who knows what the pronunciation is?
Well, I know the other one, MMA Colombia. I'm going to be doing a seminar from there on Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. So if you're in Medellin, come check me out and show you some secret ninja moves.
Or if you're not, get to Medellin.
Get on a flight, baby.
Buy a plane, train, or an automobile and get down for the Mickey Gall seminar.
If you're listening to this, it's Sunday, and you got a day and a half to get over here. So let's get it, baby.
Here she is, making the Empire MMA debut, Alison Vargas.
Hola, soy Alejandra Guarin, conocida como Reina Roja de San Rafael, Antioquia, y representando a la Academia MMA Colombia. Conozco a mi oponente, que es una guerrera, pero va guerrera contra reina, así que va a ser una muy buena pelea. Me veo ganando la pelea en el primer round por submisión. Para oponente, muchas gracias por coger esta pelea. Llevo mucho tiempo sin entrar a una jaula, así que voy con todo.
Here she is, Alejandra Guarin, born in Minnesota, but her family is from, the other fighter comes out later, but yeah. Here she is, 5 years removed from competition. That ends tonight. Alejandra Guarin and Alison Vargas. We send it inside to our veteran ring announcer.
Viene Candela Pura en la esquina azul con un peso de 52 kilos, 28 años, un récord de una pelea ganada, 0 perdidas, de Medellín, Colombia, representando a la Academia MMA Colombia, Alejandra Guarin, la Reina Roja.
She's got a crowd here representing MMA Colombia.
Y en la
Machete
esquina
back inside.
roja, con un peso de 52 kilogramos, 21 años de edad, un récord de 3 peleas ganadas,
It might be.
0 perdidas.
She's got
de Funza,
a secret identity in Colombia to compete.
representando a la Academia Cima Jiu-Jitsu, Alison, Vargas, Alimente.
Vargas versus
Referee
Guarin.
central.
That's a weird time to use the smoke, right?
Hilarious.
Our final amateur fight, once again, takes place at 115 pounds between Alejandra Guarin and Alison Vargas.
Who's in charge of the pyrotechnics out here?
They're a little heavy on the hand, you know. They're a little excited.
Oh, I gotta love it. We're gonna have all the bugs shooken out by the pro card.
That's true. Good mosquito
you know
repellent.
what I mean? Get the mistakes out now.
Hopefully. Either way, we roll with it. Alison Vargas and Alejandra Guarin. 5-year removal from competition has been stopped for Alejandra Guarin in the blue gloves and Vargas in the red.
Ooh, that punch came damn near close to hitting her right in the chin.
Excellent leg kicks right there from Guarin 30 seconds in. She seems unbelievably comfortable with the base. No real wasted movement, economical as they come.
Absolutely. And she's a lawyer by trade. Says that's pretty much her only hobby, is she's either fighting or practicing law.
Again, from Minnesota, first time.
Allegedly
from Minnesota. I had a little bit of skepticism talking to her about this, but either way, she's here in South America representing. Good lands upstairs.
We got more pyrotechnics.
No better time than in a combination to use it.
Yep.
Vargas brought up to the cage. Alejandra Guarin displaying some good grappling through a minute and a half.
Now I'd like to see Alejandra put her head around her forehead, top of her head area, under the chin. When you do that, you can really jack your opponent up on the cage. It minimizes their movement, makes them uncomfortable, pins them, and they can throw. And you know exactly where their head is to throw shots. You can kind of crack them in the head while they're right there. We saw without that position, she kind of got tossed, but now she's looking to do the tossing.
You could see the strength of Alejandra Guarin. But Vargas had an arm throw right there, Mick.
Judo throw, and she transitions right into the mount.
Bad place to be for Guarin.
We got a quarter mount now to half guard.
Great active movement from Alejandra Guarin, really not accepting this position at all.
Yeah, no, they're trying to scramble. They were doing some scrambling on the feet. Vargas has jiu-jitsu on her back, and now she has her opponent on her back as well.
Almost out is Alejandra Guarin, but Vargas brings
nice
back. Oh,
bridge.
great reversal.
Beautiful bridge by Alejandra Guarin.
Excellent pressure
now
right there.
Whose corner is that they're having instruction right there? Is that
I believe that's Vargas's corner.
Vargas's corner? Hopefully they can give her some useful instruction. She can get up. Otherwise, if she rides out this round down here, she's probably giving up the first round to Alejandra Guarin.
You talked about head positioning earlier and placement. Guarin is just jamming that forehead right under the chin. Seems like she listened to you.
Yeah. You know, I like it more against the cage. It works on the ground too. Typically, if you can use the cage to kind of keep their head trapped, nice ground and pound. Triangle to omoplata.
And referee
that's a round.
Steps in. End of round number one. What an exciting affair. A lot of good grappling displayed. Take us through these replays, Mick.
Let's see what we got in here. These are where we had some scrambles on the feet. Here comes the throw. Boom. Beautiful. Into the mount. If she kept her hips down, she could have kept a mount here. But we had a beautiful upa, explosive move to get out by Alejandra in the Vargas corner. Now, what I was saying before is typically if you're in the full guard, it's nice to have a posture. If you can have your hips forward, have your head high, it's going to prevent any type of submission. If your head's down, that was kind of how she ended up getting into that triangle to the omoplata towards the end of the round. But because you're there for your opponent. But if you can keep your distance and you can be the taller man or woman, you can land your shots, keep your hips in to control your opponent, and deliver powerful strikes while staying safe.
Let's hope she heeds that advice.
Finaliza.
Will say that transition right at the end of that omoplata was quick, dangerous. If you're Alejandra Guarin, you got to recognize, hey, I can't make mistakes here.
Got to mind her P's and Q's in the guard.
Once again, the Swiffer Sweepers exit the Burger King Arena.
What's the over-under on some smoke going off during this round?
Oh, minus 1,000 that it's going to happen.
Sounds like the Bo Nickel fight tonight.
Hey, talking about betting odds, Robbie Lawler get a first-round KO over Nico Price.
Gotta love it.
Fairy tale ending for him. We'll see if any more magic happens. Big connection right there from Vargas.
Throwing a slow jab, Alejandra is, but I think she's just using it to soak up that distance. I know I've been harping on that a little bit, but I think it's imperative for fighters. Like, you want to control as much as you can in there. You know what I mean? It's hard. You can control yourself, and you're trying to control your opponent. And if you can control the distance, it's going to lead to good things for you.
Neither woman really
Nice leg
taking a
kick.
step back. Like you mentioned, great leg kick. Guarin just seems. That might have hurt her to the body a little bit.
Yeah, we got a reaction from Alison Vargas there.
Alison Vargas, again, undefeated at 2-0, riding high on a unanimous decision victory earlier this year. Talented are both females here in our featured prelim. Right hand whiffs for Vargas. You know, you talked about distance management. Seems like she hasn't found the range just yet with either the punches or the kicks.
Yeah, she's feeling the distance that Alejandra is establishing. A couple times when she does try and throw her combo, she's having to hop in there, but often coming up short. And I think this is a striker versus grappler matchup. While Alejandra is going to have the advantage from the feet, if Alison Vargas can get it to the ground, she's got that jiu-jitsu right there on her back. We'll see.
Stance switching has been prevalent through the first two rounds for Alejandra Guarin, showing orthodox and southpaw. Final 70 seconds remain here.
Ooh.
Each woman trading kicks. Here comes Vargas.
See if she can get another hip toss.
She's definitely angling for it. Good balance from Guarin. But Vargas gets it down, Nick.
See if she can pass that hand. See how she has her left hand on her right hand? If she can pass that to her other hand next to her body, it can be a devastating ground and pound position.
Back has been somewhat taken. Scrambling again from Guarin, though, just not accepting anything.
Guarin is powering out of these positions. Well, there is a potential triangle.
Or an arm
and now
bar.
an arm bar.
Oh! Vargas is torquing away. Last 30 seconds.
I think she adjusted. I'd like to see her switch to the triangle there. Oh, she's back on the arm. Needs to throw her legs back over the head.
Pressure is there, but Guarin
Oh, she's making great adjustments. This is funky. Why is the ref touching? We got more ref touching?
And
the fuck?
Guarin finds a reversal in the referee's incompetence. Really not happy here with the referee's intrusion.
What's going on, man?
Mickey Gall, round 2 highlights. Great armbar attempt. Probably should have been completed.
I'm watching the camps scream at the ref from inside. I'm not sure what's going on here. Look at that. Unacceptable, man. Unacceptable.
Segundo round.
These people work too hard for ref incompetence to be a factor in these fights.
Back-to-back fights where we've had some dissatisfying officiating. Hopefully that is the last time something like that occurs. Once again, machete inside as our ring goal. Hopefully that's not offensive to her.
Say again, the
hopefully,
machete?
Yeah, hopefully she, if this ever gets translated to her, she finds it humorous as well.
Yeah, no, she's a beautiful girl. Hats off to her, man. She's out here doing her thing. I believe she's also a lawyer. I'm actually serious.
Seriously?
I'm not no bullshit. I believe she's a lawyer as well. Yeah.
Everybody here tonight practices some
form of law.
We've all passed the bar.
Yeah. Wonder what Colombian law school is like.
If you're Alejandra Guarin, you're controlling the striking for the most part and landing, but the grappling just seems to be not exactly your strongest suit. What are the adjustments for round 3?
To be honest, brother, she's got to keep. If she can keep the fight on the feet, she seems to be in almost no danger. When it hits the ground, although Vargas is like the favorite there, she's making explosive movements and escaping positions. That armbar was close. Obviously, the ref thought it was very close as he started touching. But, I think what I would like to see is Vargas establish more control when it hits the ground. Sink her weight and not move in too big of movements. If she does small, heavy movements, she could potentially escape with a submission.
Guarin, once again, back on the striking through the first 30 seconds.
Wow, fast head kick.
That armbar seemingly did no damage to any appendage. Alejandra Guarin, also stamina-wise, looking pretty good. Has kept the same pace.
Yeah, looks composed, and she was adjusting great on that armbar. It was obviously great training and instincts, and she was in a perilous spot, but she handled it expertly.
Another leg kick lands on Vargas. 2 minutes to go in round number 3. Final frame of our featured prelim before we head to the pros. Can Vargas get this win, or will Alejandra Guarin complete the comeback? Here comes Vargas like a matador with a bull.
I think Vargas has got to put her on the cage here and try and get a takedown.
Once again, tonight's fights brought to you by Deep Bets. If you need some advice on where to place your pennies, head over to deepbets.com, and Vargas gets the back briefly.
Man, let's see how this plays out. 90 seconds. She's going for an armbar again. Oh my goodness.
Guarin trying to fight
position here. The elbow is safe.
Now,
Guarin's throwing some nice ground and pound this fight.
What you'd expect, now trying to jam that knee in as well. MMA Colombia, that gym is one of the best in the country for a reason, and it's showing every time one of their athletes compete.
Have an omoplata here, and controlling the leg, not allowing her to just hop to the other side. Caught her in the body again. This is she needs to get off her hip. She needs to build a base.
Could be some pressure here on that joint of Guarin, Mickey.
I think the way she's turning into her is alleviating it, but that's usually a point where it's pretty far gone. If Vargas hips forward, it could be dangerous.
Now some ground and pound. 30 seconds remains. Alison Vargas trying to get Alejandra Guarin out of here.
Flexible is Guarin.
A lot of strikes landing, those hammer fists are certainly leaving their impact.
Absolutely, yeah. She's taking this round for sure. They don't look like they're doing that much damage where the fight needs to be stopped, but she took this round.
Dominant last moments for Alison Vargas in a deeply contested fight on the feet. Seemed like Guarin was the dictator of the pace and pressure, but the second it hit the mats, the deep waters of Alison Vargas proved to be too much.
Very strong finish by Vargas. She emphatically won round 3. The first 2, how do you have it?
I think that when you look at that controversial separation of round 2, that would have been, in my opinion, more domination from Vargas. I think she would have kept that position. Yep, the arm bar. It was the most significant moment of round 2, and it was deep. As good as Guarin was defending, it was still in when the referee was separating it. So I don't know. I feel round 2 I have to give it to Vargas, but we'll find out.
This is going to be the closest contested decision. The first 2, I was confident where it was going to go. Look at her try for the arm bar here. Very ambitious, creative stuff going on from Vargas. And as we said, we love Alejandra's style. Her composure, throws fast head kicks, gets that leg up like no problem. Another great fight here.
And great recognition by Vargas. You know, Guarin was leaving that arm in there multiple times. We take it inside to find out the decision.
Yo quiero que le demos un fuerte aplauso a estas dos mujeres. Determinación y resistencia. Dios mío. Y nos vamos con el resultado de este encuentro femenino. Tercer combate. Tarjetas 29-28. 29-28. Y finalizamos con 29-28. Ganadora por decisión unánime. Esquina roja.
Alison Vargas gets it done on the scorecards against the returning Alejandra Guarin. Really strong end to the fight, but she had amazing moments throughout, Mickey.
Yeah, Ben Devane, you called it. She at the end of the second and the third, she did her thing and won the fight. I do think there should almost be more weight put into how you finish the fight. You know what I mean? 'Cause the person on their back getting beat up, that's, you know, if you think about a real fight, that's when you get dragged off by your friends or the cops, and whoever's on top, that's usually deemed the winner, you know?